Mazda Multimedia is committed to raising awareness regarding issues plaguing the community. We are back with episode 2 of We Hear You series, season 2. I am Zarine, Commissariat. I am a past All India President of IASAP, Indian Association of Secretaries and Administrative Professionals. I'm an active member of the Lions Club of Bombay, Queensway. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is a discussion pertaining to an integral part of any human being's well-being, especially pertaining to physical welfare, which for most Parsis in Mumbai is ensured and sustained by Parsi Run Hospitals and a plethora of Zoroastrian doctors. Our community is known as the aging community, with the number of geriatrics considerably outnumbering the number of youth, making discussion about medical facilities and services very pertinent. Studies in the recent past have highlighted the growing dependency of community members on Parsi charitable hospitals and doctors who provide medical assistance for an array of illnesses that vary from superficial malady to terminally fatal sicknesses, most of which are treated en gratis. In the recent past, over 1,000+ individuals and about 300 Zoroastrian families have been financially displaced due to the mounting medical expenses incurred due to an ailing or aging family member. There is a substantial number of Zoroastrian youth in the community who require financial backing to execute and sustain their enterprising business strategies and entrepreneurial ideas, but they are at times thrown off and ripped apart due to a major sickness in the family, resulting in a major setback in their lives. It is here that the role of Parsi-run charitable hospitals comes into play by providing medical treatment to the community at low concessionary rates or at times completely gratuitously. But this scenario proves to be a double-edged sword, raising questions on the survival of these medical institutions to continue to provide such human services to community members without adequate and consistent financial backing. Now let's hear about the dilemma of growing dependency within the community on medical assistance from Parsi hospitals and the financial toll it takes on Parsi hospitals to continue to provide these services. Needless to say, hospitals require funds to take care of patients in the free ward as well as to run the institution. In this regard, the two prominent Parsi-run hospitals that provide subsidized medical treatment in Mumbai are B.D. Petit Parsi General Hospital and Masina Hospital. As a community, we are grateful to these institutions for providing medical assistance of a private nature at government or state-run hospital process. But these institutions too need the community's support to continue to provide such medical facilities owing to the growing medical expenses for equipment and services in this ever-changing techno age.
You have asked me a very tough question, namely, how difficult is it to run a hospital like ours? I have now been associated with the B.D. Petit Parsi General Hospital for more than 50 years. And in these years, I have seen a sea change in how hospitals are managed and run. Ours is a unique type of hospital. It is a community hospital. It is not a secular hospital. Furthermore, to add to our problems, it is a charity hospital. This has its own set of peculiar problems. Corporate hospitals and commercial hospitals have access to corporate finance and bank finance, which is not available to a charity hospital like ours. Furthermore, the Petit Parsi General Hospital is a general hospital, as one can see from the name itself, and it is not a hospital with super specialities. To sustain super specialities, it requires footfalls, which are not available within our dwindling community. Another factor is our community members have moved to the suburbs and find all the attendant difficulties of commuting and transport. Furthermore, with the advent of Mediclaim, many prefer to take their relatives to smaller hospitals near their homes, and once the Mediclaim limit is exhausted, they would like to bring their relatives to the Petit Parsi General Hospital. We have, however, tried to upgrade our facilities, and recently we have installed a CT machine, dialysis machines, and we are also in the process of increasing our green environment by furthering our solar energy. We have our own oxygen plant so that we will not face a shortage of oxygen, which all hospitals did at the time of COVID. Our motto is, we serve, and we try to do that with compassion and care. Kudos to all our staff who, in spite of all the odds, have done such a magnificent job. Our real heroes have been our honoraries, our workers, our nurses, our housemen. Ours can only be compared to a hospitality industry or a service industry. Another serious problem which we face is with regard to obsolescence as far as medical equipments are concerned. The life of an equipment has become so short, and investment in the equipment has become so costly that we have to constantly battle to ensure that our equipment is up to date. We have a beautiful heritage building which requires a tremendous amount of maintenance and care. We are presently carrying out such maintenance work, which is also going to cost us crores of rupees. Running a hospital like ours requires tremendous administrative skills. We have not only to balance budgets, but we have to deal with obtaining permissions, licenses, compliances with statutory authorities, property taxes, charity commissioner, firefighting, maintenance, etc. I have therefore to thank all our top management and administration teams for the excellent job that they are doing. One more aspect which I would like to touch on is that you cannot run an efficient hospital without a dedicated and cohesive board of management. Our hospital is blessed with such a wonderful and cohesive board, for which we are grateful to the Almighty. Another issue peculiar to our institution is that many youngsters have settled abroad, and their aged parents and relatives are in Mumbai. And in case of their sickness, we at the hospital look after them, which we do, and many don't want to take them back. All these problems and issues require financing. And I'm so happy to inform you that the community has stood by our institution and it has helped us with generous donations. However, I would appeal to all and sundry, small and large, whether in India or abroad, to continue donating, particularly to the hospital's endowment, that is corpus fund, or towards in aid for upgrading the medical services, or for any of our specific projects like the purchase of modern equipment, the replacement of old equipment, the improvements in the various departments, and for upgrading of our infrastructure. Those who would require ATG benefit under the Income Tax Act can also donate to our Women and Children Fund. Friends, I have always maintained that at one time or the other, the hospital has touched the lives of every member of the community, either when he was born into this world or, sadly, before he has left this world. It has been and always will be our endeavor that we make our patients as comfortable as we can during their stay, and they return home with a smile on their face, which is the best satisfaction that we can have. I end by mentioning that whenever I'm on my rounds, I say to the patient in Gujarati, "Haste mone jaldi ghere," that is, quickly home with laughter and smile on your face.
It is a known fact that our Zoroastrian community in India is an aging and ailing community. Further, with the number of earning members per family reducing, the rate of dependency has been increasing over the last few decades, resulting in even middle-class families finding it very difficult to meet medical expenses, especially when a family member needs to be hospitalized. Treatments for ailments such as cardiac, dialysis for kidney failures, different types of cancer, heart ailments, hypertension, as well as are well beyond the means of most people. To enable viewers to understand the scale of the problem, just by way of an example, I would like to mention that during the course of the last financial year, W.H.Y trusts have raised 5 crores 53 lakhs 55,000 from overseas donors to extend financial support towards medical expenses of 599 Zoroastrians. Other trusts and individuals are all doing their bit, but unfortunately the efforts are ad hoc and lack coordination, which at times results in some requests being overfunded whilst others are underfunded, leaving such families in financial crisis. What is very much required is a concerted coordination effort amongst various donors, which would keep a track of financial requirements for medical purposes and creation of a relatively simple online format wherein each donor can simply fill in the amount they contribute towards a specific case. Such a coordinated effort will ensure equitable distribution of resources. I would sincerely urge donors, both trusts as well as individuals, to get together as a loosely formed independent group and request an agency such as Zoroastrians.net to coordinate such a humanitarian exercise. Each donor would be required to just enter an amount they commit towards a specific medical appeal, which would enable coordination of appeals received. Looking to the dynamics of our demographic decline, the requests for medical support are definitely going to be even more on the increase in the years to come.
Over the last few years, how has Masina Hospital improved its facilities to cater to the needs of our community? Let's hear from Dr. Gustad about the medical facilities provided by this institution specifically for Parsis.
Dear community members, I am Dr. Gustad, and as a trustee of Masina Hospital, I am very happy and proud to inform you all that Masina Hospital, which is the oldest private trust hospital in the city, is now upgrading itself in the last 3 years. Now let me tell you what all we have upgraded thanks to the generous donations from all the community members. We have developed new operation theatres which are what we call as HEPA filter and laminar floor. HEPA filter is something where the air which goes into the operation theatres is purified to the level of 0.3 microns, and laminar flow is that the same air is never recirculated but it is circulated through filtered air again and again. This makes the operation theatres very safe as per the modern requirements. So we have operation theatres which are now considered one of the best in the city. Also, to add to the facilities and improve the safety and good results for the patient, we have developed 25 bedded new ICU with completely equipped with monitors, ventilators, central monitoring systems, point of care laboratory facilities, so that the patients get immediate emergency and critical care. To keep the patient safe and very well cared of, we have now developed our in-house laboratories which give results within very short time. We have developed radiology, and we now are developing other facilities along with this. We have redeveloped all the rooms, whether it is a general ward, whether it is sharing rooms or single rooms. We have made them absolutely modern, air conditioned, so that the patients when they come here get very comfortable and are well taken care of. We are also providing with very good food services, which people find it very important. You know, it is when they are admitted, they are always under stress, and a good food service also is very helpful. Masina Hospital has always been recognized and well known for its burns and psychiatric facilities, which are also being upgraded. Along with that, we are now upgrading our neurology, neurosurgical services, cardiac services, urology, nephrology. Our aim is to provide all specialties under one roof, taking into consideration that now every patient requires a multi-speciality care. So if we have all the multi-speciality care under one roof, the patient is comfortable in one place and we can give him full services. Also, I would like to say that our management, especially senior management, is now hands-on. They take rounds, they make sure that everything is in place. This is very important in today's era, to see that patient safety, patient comfort and good results, that is good clinical outcomes, are most important and managed and monitored, and that modern care of the hospital and modern management systems we have put in place for Masina Hospital. Well, I would like to thank you, and I am sure you would like to avail of these facilities. You are most welcome to take rounds of the hospital, see the upgrading we have done, so that you are comfortable, and your advice, your guidance, any suggestions are always most welcome.
We will now hear Mr. Homi Katgara, Managing Trustee of Masina Hospital. He has served this institution for over 2 decades.
Masina Hospital was founded in 1902 by Dr. W.H.Y. Masina, and it was initially for the Parsi community. Over the years, we have been serving the community at large, and we have not restricted it to the Parsi community, but it has become a cosmopolitan hospital. And now we are in our 121st year of operations. Proud to say that we have We were the first private charitable hospital in Mumbai, and we are the only hospital that has seen 2 pandemics, the Spanish flu and of course the COVID that we all were witness to recently. Last 5 years has been a game-changing period for our hospital, and through substantial donations and corporate support, we have managed to refurbish and restructure a lot of our operations. We have got 5 brand new state-of-the-art operating theatres. We have refurbished the entire KMC building, which is the nucleus of our hospital, and we are striving towards regaining the lost ground that we have lost over the past decade. And the current management and trustees are extremely hopeful of achieving this in the next couple of years. It is our fervent request to our Parsi brethren and community members to please look positively towards Masina, and please come and visit us. Please make use of our facilities. We have a great Parsi ward dedicated for our Parsi community, and we would like to see more doctors coming from our community. We would like to see more inpatients, outpatients, and we are there for you to support you in all your endeavors.
Sir, with your vast experience of working with Masina Hospital, would you please leave a message for our community?
I have been associated with this hospital for the last 40 years and helped in developing the orthopedic department. There are a lot of Parsi philanthropists who have supported this hospital from time to time and given them a lot of financial aid. There are a number of Parsi bags around this hospital like Rustam Bagh, Jar Bagh, Wadia Bagh, Navroz Bagh, who should come up and use the facilities provided to them as Parsis.
At times, there have been cases of disappointment faced by community laity towards medical aid and services. However, the majority of our members have always expressed their gratitude towards help received in their difficult times. And I strongly believe that the same trust and faith towards these Parsi hospitals in Mumbai should be continued for years to come.